Now available in paperback and e-readers, The Temptation of John Haynes. Given to temptation, pick up this action-packed African-American paranormal romance. Get The Temptation of John Haynes in paperback and e-readers today. In a previous video, I proposed that Marvel Studios retire the Black Panther franchise. And the reason why I proposed that Marvel Studios retire the Black Panther franchise is because with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, I don't think that there's any other actor that could replace him. And with many young viewers connected emotionally to Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman, they would find another actor in the role far too jarring. Moreover, with Marvel having thousands of characters out there, they could easily replace your Black Panther in their Phase 4 plans. Now, one character I believe would be a good fit organically into their Phase 4 is the Blue Marvel. Now, the Blue Marvel is a character I believe that was created by Kevin Giroux, and this character was a cosmic-powered character that came about to be in Marvel's history during its, I believe, early Silver Age period and even part of its Golden Age period. And this Blue Marvel character was one who experienced racism and white supremacy and was restricted from going out here and fighting crime like the other superheroes. So when I look at this Blue Marvel character, I see a character who I believe would have a very fascinating story, and I believe that this character would fit very well organically into Marvel's Phase 4 cinematic plans. Now, the reason why I believe the Blue Marvel would fit better into Marvel's Phase 4 cinematic plans is because Marvel's Phase 4 is supposed to be about cosmic Marvel, and with the Blue Marvel, we get a character who allows us to be able to explore Marvel's cosmic side, which was starting with the Eternals movie. Moreover, this character could also be used to connect to Marvel's Captain Marvel movie franchise and also be presented as a possible love interest to Monica Rambeau. In addition, this character could also be used to build a bridge to the Fantastic Four, with Reed Richards either looking at the Blue Marvel's cosmic notes or possibly being a student of the Blue Marvel in his early years as related to science. So there's a lot of possibilities with the Blue Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and his film would flow organically into other cosmic films like Eternals, like Captain Marvel, and Guardians of the Galaxy, and this character would really be a very, very solid organic fit into Phase 4 and allow for some very, very strong storytelling. Now, the only thing that keeps the Blue Marvel from coming into the Marvel Cinematic Universe are the bean counters at Disney. Now, the bean counters at Disney, they look at the success of Black Panther, making over $700 million in the United States and being the #1 movie in 2018. And they wanted to capitalize on that success with a Black Panther sequel. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get a good Black Panther sequel, as I see it, now that Chadwick Boseman has passed away, and the actress who plays Shuri, as I see it, just isn't strong enough to carry her own film. And when I look at the other actors out there, they would never be able to play the role with the same distinct style that Chadwick Boseman would be able to play it. So it would not be a very organic transition as related to this film if they put a new actor in the role, and many people probably would not accept another actor in the role of Black Panther. So when I look at that whole scenario with Black Panther, I just believe the best decision Marvel could do was honor the memory of Chadwick Boseman by just putting a period at the end of the first Black Panther movie and moving on, because all of those storylines as related to the first three phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they have been completely resolved, and the best thing to do is leave them as they were. And if you want to focus on Cosmic Marvel, focus on Cosmic Marvel and let people grieve the memory of Chadwick Boseman and let people grieve the Marvel Cinematic Universe that died in Avengers Endgame. Because with everything practically resolved with Avengers Endgame and characters like Tony Stark dead, the Hulk maimed, and Captain America old, there is no real reason to connect anything to the previous storylines of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it pays to just go cosmic. And if you want to go cosmic, then let's use that as a bridge to bringing in the Fantastic Four. And again, Blue Marvel allows a great opportunity to bring in the Fantastic Four, and it allows us an opportunity to build on, again, the cosmic aspects of Marvel that were established in Guardians of the Galaxy and the Thor movies. We can build on that with the Blue Marvel, and we can have that connection through to Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom, who would be the new protagonist and antagonist. Now that your Iron Man and Thanos are gone, we can now go over to your Blue Marvel, use him as a bridge to bringing in your Victor Von Doom and your Reed Richards, and possibly a bigger, more intense cosmic conflict. So there are story possibilities here for Marvel, but they just have to readjust their Phase 4 to get to those story possibilities. And you can do it in a very tasteful way that, again, shows respect for Chadwick Boseman, shows respect for his work, and shows respect for that era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And again, the catalog of Marvel characters is so large that you just don't have to focus on characters that were already established. You can bring in new characters and new stories, and let those new characters find a new audience in general. That would be a better long-term plan, I believe, because, again, when I look at the Blue Marvel, he has these great cosmic powers, and he has this great story, very similar to what I wrote in Isis Imitation of Life about dealing with racism during the golden age of superheroes. It would make a nice contrast to Captain America, the First Avenger, and it would really put some perspective on being a hero. So I look at this character and I see a very, very compelling story that can be told, and a very compelling story that could further expand the MCU and put some richness, depth, and layers on the MCU. So when I look at the Blue Marvel, I see a character there that could possibly be a tremendous asset to the MCU, and I see a character that Marvel really needs to take a serious look at as related to their Phase 4 plans, because if they want to go cosmic, then here's a black cosmic character, a black man with cosmic powers, and somebody who has a very, very fascinating story that could be built upon in future parts of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So everybody, while they're still grieving Black Panther, the reason why I say retire the franchise is because there's a far better character in the Blue Marvel, and we could possibly see him on screen, and that's something many people want to see, a black cosmic character and a black character with cosmic powers. And there's just so many possibilities for this character that I know that many people are emotionally attached to the Black Panther, but when I look at that story, there's not much they can do, because if you have Shuri, she's not going to be able to carry a movie, and she doesn't have the screen presence to carry a movie. So if you made Black Panther 2 about Shuri, it would be a surefire disaster. And if you made a Black Panther 2 and it was mainly focused on Shuri, it would just never really flow organically. It would fall completely apart, and we would have a Rey type situation, because a lot of people, they didn't like Rey, and they may not like Shuri in the role of Black Panther, and they may call her Riri or something like that because they see this character and they're not really connecting with her. So that's why I say just retire the franchise, bring in a new character, and build on that story instead. So I look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe and I still see some possibilities, and one of the best possibilities I see for moving on in Phase 4 is a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and then going on and making the Blue Marvel a major character in Phase 4 overall. Now I'm looking for my first sale for the month of September, and I'd love to see you guys go out here and pick up a paperback or ebook from the SJS Direct imprint. And I have lots of great titles on the SJS Direct imprint on Amazon.com. So if you can head over there and pick up a book from the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, the Spinsterella trilogy, or one of my men's issues books, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose. The man who rules the world runs into the irresistible force of a man with nothing to lose in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get the regular and variant editions of John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose on Amazon.com today.